the moment arrived and you got, because you previously won Role Model of the Year at the kind of start of the evening, which is in itself an amazing accomplishment, and then
Yeah.
the evening's top prize, so this is out of all the winners, out of all the shortlists, you got Women of the Year. When they announced that, your name, and like, just how did you feel, and what was in your application, do you think, that really stood out and that you got recognised for?
It didn't really click. And I brought one of my team with me, and she was tapping me on the back, and I was there going, oh, I do some of that. Oh, I do that too. And honestly, when they were kind of reading it out, because I've always been one of those to build people up. It's not just about me, and I think that stems from my best role model in the world was my mum. So she built me up that I could achieve everything. I'm one of five children. I've got four brothers. And it was never that there's this gender divide. Anything that they could do, I could do. So he always brought me along. Um, and I think I want to make sure that that journey is the same for everybody that sits within my team or even outside of my team. So all the outreach work I do, and it's got to be intergenerational because I have to kind of consider that I'm getting to a certain age now. So I want to make sure that the infrastructure is supported whilst I'm in the workplace, hence being a trustee for Age UK Bristol. But then the STEM outreach as well, because they always say that adage that you probably don't want to be something that you cannot see. So I'd go out there and see these young persons who may have got the same similar background, where people put you in a box. Oh, right, single parent, you've had free school meals, so you're not really going to achieve much. And my mum was there going, don't believe in boxes. She had that when she migrated from the Caribbean, became a nurse, became this, she used to decorate our own house, watching my mum wallpaper, but teaching me those skills, my brothers those life skills. It wasn't about just because you're a certain gender that is your role. And she was very proactive in that. So my brother, one became a chef because he loved doing the cooking. And it's the same with the team. And I think it's just like sometimes they've had a career journey where they stall, but it's kind of, helping them and guiding them and saying, right, okay, have you ever considered this? Let's maybe do some formal training. Doesn't have to be external, but you can talk to some of your peers who've taken the same pathway. And I'm watching them fly, and that gives me really good warmth. I want to create the next set of leaders. Like I said, I'm not going to be here forever. I want you to kind of take up. And he goes, well, I don't want your job. And I'm like, but you do. You're already doing half of my job. It's just the next step up. So watching the team get promoted internally and being recognised for the great things that they do gives me a warm and fuzzy. And I think that in my application, that probably stood out.